Okay, there's more manipulation in the minds minds, I should say, in the racist and divisive Voice campaign. Tens of millions of dollars are flowing into this referendum campaign from the government and from public corporations and members of the public, and I would hasten to say that most appear to be flowing to support the yes case. In the case of government and corporates, neither ask for permission directly from their stakeholders, in shareholders or struggling taxpayers. Both are effectively a form of representative democracy, and therein, I think, lies more failure. In the case of politics, we directly elect people to champion our interests. And astonishingly, they all seem so out of touch with the public voice that they've tipped piles of your money to ensure a one-sided debate takes place. And it's just as bad in corporate Australia. I mean, the boards of these woke public companies, they've handed out money that should be used for the interests of shareholders rather than championing the cause of installing racism in our constitution. To my mind, it's an immoral thing to do, not just from a shareholder perspective, but for any board to overtly support a proposal that contradicts virtually every proclamation of the race equality movement is immoral. But we know the rules of life. They apply differently depending on the political leanings of your cause. Do you recall the riots and looting by BLM supporters and how they were justified and excused at the time? What about those interviews where there were destroyed vehicles and burning vehicles in the background, and the media declared them a peaceful protest? Corporations got sucked into that campaign too, big time. They basically donated more money than you could count, only to see it spent on mansions in primarily white neighbourhoods to benefit the Marxist BLM founders. It was more shareholders' money up in smoke. Also, a few directors can feel they've done their bit. Well, I've got to ask, how many company directors lost their jobs over that disgraceful decision? I don't think there were any, although they should have. It was such a monumental waste of money. So, here's a novel proposal for all the bigwig directors out there. Do your bit with your money, not with the companies that we invest in. If you want to fund your pet losing cause, use some of those fat director fees. And maybe we could start with an airline previously known as a national icon, now a national embarrassment, Qantas. The chairman of Qantas gets around $750,000 every year, while other directors, they receive as much as $400,000, and they get other benefits like free flights as well. Now, rather than defacing Qantas planes with partisan political messaging at shareholders' expense, I reckon these directors should be tipping in their own cash to paint a plane that they've actually rented just for the occasion. And it's not just Qantas, it goes for many of them, Wesfarmers, BHP, just to name a couple more. Shareholders do not need piousness from well-paid seat warmers on corporate boards, just as they don't need or want diversity hires or quota personnel occupying those very same chairs. They want the best people who know their job, who know that their responsibility is to deliver solid and sustainable profits for those who invest their own money, the mum and dad shareholders.